Our planet has seen many problems. Pollution, overpopulation, global warming. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, zombies.
Well, once again, our cinemas are full of vampires and zombies. That was a clip of Zombieland, which we just showed you there. So, what is the enduring appeal of the undead, and why will they not die? Rosie, what is their appeal?
I think there's a load of different appeals, but I think it seems like zombie movies tend to be more kind of frenetic and more violent. Vampire movies more ethereal, more sort of sensual. So perhaps the appeal is that zombie movies tend to be more geared towards guys, and vampire movies more geared towards girls.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. I think, to be honest, in sort of cold Hollywood terms, the real appeal of vampires and zombies is everyone knows what a zombie is, everyone knows what a vampire is. You can get into the story quickly. And
you can kind of place that story in different settings, whether it's, say, the high school, for Buffy, for the vampires, or in this case, comedy. And what I think is strange about Zombieland is that you have quite a big star in Woody Harrelson.
What's your name? Tallahassee.
I mean, this is sort of low-budget knockabout stuff, and are you surprised to see him in a zombie movie?
Not really. I'm really pleased to see him in a zombie movie, because I think if you go back to, say, 70s heyday of American horror, you had big people. You had Ellen Bernstein in The Exorcist, you had Jack Nicholson in The Shining in 1980, and I think it's really good that the genre now seems to be in such a healthy place that you're starting to get a few name directors sniffing around, you're getting big Hollywood stars, so I think Woody Harrelson, great.
What do you think? Zombie kill of the week?
What's interesting, and I don't know if this is a modern thing, but it seems that zombie and vampire movies do two very different things. Zombie movies tend to offer you metaphors, you know, whether it's fear of Russians or fear of consumerism, whilst vampire movies seem to me, anyway, to be predominantly about kind of angst and emotion, and therefore play better to a female audience, you know.
I mean,
sexuality as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Twilight,
Kiss me.
whilst it has no sex in it, everything about
everywhere.
that film is about sex, you know.
You are so mouth-watering.
On the zombies, 28 Days Later, was a time, I think, when zombies speeded up.
Yeah.
And in some ways, that's when zombies became a little more interesting than kind of the shambolic ones that we'd seen until
I mean,
then.
I think it was a nice take on it that they speeded it up, and in a way it made it a bit more scary than these kind of shuffling, shambling hordes of zombies. But at the same time, I think it kind of disobeys all the rules in a way, and that's a bad thing.
That annoyed you, did it?
It annoyed me as a bit of a purist, and someone like George Romero would say the whole point of a zombie is they're in a state of decay, they're kind of falling apart, their bits hanging off, but at the same time, for a modern audience, and cinema itself is so much faster and everything happens like that now. You can kind of see why they did it.
Which takes you to, like, La Horde, which is a French zombie movie. And
very fast.
Very, very, very fast. And it feels a bit like a computer game, a sort of a Resident Evil.
It never takes its foot off the pedal.
No, not at all. It's relentless.
Annoyed also by the fact that Let the Right One In was one of the most artistic, beautiful films, regardless of what the theme was, and it's been remade with a rubbish title. Let Me In sounds a little kind of, oh, let me in. You know, Let the Right One In, what's that about?
Well, they wanted to call it Let Her In.
Let Her In. That's
the writer
even
was
worse.
like, you've completely misunderstood what this character is. I won't give any spoilers, but it doesn't work at all.
Right, so let's round it up. Are you a fan of zombies or vampires?
I think vampires, more terms, sexier, more great vampire films than zombies.
Vampires for me too.
And for me, it's like asking me to choose between my two children, so I can't say. I think there's...
Do your two children look like zombies?
I have one child who's a vampire and the other one is a zombie, and they get on really well, which is...
Lucky.
Which is odd.